What's up and welcome back to the Scuffed podcast for episode number 269. I'm in a different spot and I just realized none of my background lights are on. And also my kitchen lights are on, which they aren't supposed to be while I'm sitting here, but whatever.
Good job.
Yeah, man, I just do stuff, you know.
Just failures everywhere.
Normally, I mean, I am wearing a Rockies shirt. What do you expect?
True. What are they, 2-7 now?
Yeah, they're 1-1 at games I've been to, though. They're 500 when I show up, which is pretty impressive. Since, they finished last year, 40 games under 500. If I just go to every game, maybe they'll be okay.
Doubt it.
I'm not going to every game, Doug. I am going to tonight's game, though. Wonder died again. Incredible. Yeah, I am going to tonight's Rockies Brewers game, though. Because, is he finally alive again? Your internet's being a whore.
I don't know if it's mine.
It's your internet. It's your internet. What? It's definitely
Internet, or if it's your internet.
Is that really a question you have to ask?
I don't know. You said you weren't sure about your internet last time I talked to him.
Well, yeah, about overall speed, not about its functional abilities. I haven't had those kind of problems ever. It's definitely a you problem here, sir. And it's a big one. Man, what a start to an episode.
A minute.
Oh.
Okay, hold
on. Oh, no. He was back and then he was gone. But yeah, it was announced this morning that, it was announced he's back. Were you downloading something? Nope. Didn't matter. But yeah, Zach Veen got called up for the Rockies, one of their top prospects. So that is why I'm going.
I don't know.
Just reset it. You might just have to reset your internet real quick.
Yeah, that might be. I don't know. It's weird. It's showing I have good connection.
Weird.
But
weird.
It is like extremely windy here, so that could be part of the issue.
Could be.
Okay.
All right. Are you alive now?
Maybe.
Nope. No, he's not. Just reset it, dude. I didn't say that as an idea. This wasn't just an idea. This was a you should do.
It is completely a Discord thing. It is showing me that Discord is not responding.
Yes, because your internet isn't functioning. Brother. It's just reset your internet. This isn't thank you. Goodness gracious. Hello, there's two me's now. But yikes. That was something. That was something. How's everybody else doing? I don't know why I asked that and waited for a response like somebody could respond. But we out here. But yeah, so it was announced. There's part of this I want to save for when Wonder gets back. But it was announced a couple of days ago that Zach Veen was getting promoted from AAA. He was the Rockies' spring training MVP, which is pretty dope. Weird thing about that, though, he was the spring training MVP, but then didn't make the opening day roster for some reason. But he's being promoted. Jordan Beck's being sent down. They had the day off yesterday, and then so he's officially up today, and He is in the starting lineup in right field for his major league debut. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool, I guess. Zach Veen's family's going to be there, so that's also kind of cool. Hopefully, I get there early enough by the time we're done with this to go look at maybe getting a Zach Veen jersey, but probably not. I'm not that rich. It's weird. I don't know, but I realized I don't have any current Rockies jerseys, which is odd. The guy the Rockies traded, Nolan Jones, got a walk-off walk today for the Cleveland Guardians. So that's an interesting time. You ever get a walk-off walk? Sorry, I have to just ramble. It's only me here right now. Hopefully he comes back. I don't know what happened. That's a lot of trades. Why? Oh. I see. Cam Scatabo falling to the 4th round would be insane. Jalen Milroe falling to the 3rd round would also be insane. Jalen Milroe falling below Quinn Ewers would be stupid. The Seahawks drafting Emeka Egbuka would be strange. Whose mock draft is this? It's weird. Hold on, who they got taking everywhere? Titans go Cam Ward. Browns go Travis Hunter. Giants go Shador. Patriots get Abdul Carter. Mason Graham to the Jaguars. See, that all makes sense. Genty to the Raiders makes sense. Jackson Dart being a top 10 pick is ridiculous and stupid. But Jackson Dart to the Jets. Tyler Warren to the Panthers would be pretty dope. Jalen Walker to the Saints. Armand Membu to the Bears. Will Campbell to the Niners. That's not bad. Tet McMillan to the Cowboys is odd, but I could see it. Kelvin Banks to the Cardinals. They just need O-line help. Oh, hello. He's back. Maybe.
We'll see.
Yeah, I think you
Hopefully.
just needed a restart, hopefully.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. 'Cause if it was a Discord issue, it would have stopped responding for me, and it didn't.
True. Right.
So.
I don't know. It might be that my girlfriend's parents parked their big ass truck right in front of my dish yesterday.
Maybe.
So it might have fucked everything up. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
But yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm looking at mock drafts that are definitely something of all time.
Oh.
I wouldn't say good, but there's something.
Did you just continue the recording without me?
Yeah, pretty much. Because I don't have time to have restarted it. So
yeah, me either. Because I got fire meeting tonight,
Yeah.
which I'm not really looking forward to. I kind of just want to.
I bet not.
I just want to smother myself with a pillow until I die. So.
Well, you're not allowed to do that.
Yeah, I know, but
yeah.
Here we are.
But yeah, I gotta walk to Coors Field shortly.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. It's not that long of a walk.
Yeah, from what it sounds.
Yeah. One day you'll find out. Have you ever been to a Major League Baseball game?
Dude, I've never been to an NFL game. The highest I've been to is college.
Well, your excuses have run out because now you have somewhere you can park and crash and not have to spend too much extra money. I think it costs $15 for a 24-hour parking pass, but
right.
It's a parking garage that's locked up, like with security and shit. So like, who cares? Spend the $15. You don't have to worry about it, you know?
Right. Yeah. It's been a shitty couple days, let me tell you.
Oh, I bet. I know you don't really want to talk about it on the internet, but I bet.
Not really, but I will tell you, on top of the shitty stuff that's been going on, I do not have water
Right.
to my house. Um, and it sounds like I won't have water for like 2 or 3 days. So,
Oh, why?
yay me. So apparently, so it's a not a very deep well.
Yeah.
So it just has uh, a jet pump
Yeah.
that is above ground. Um, that pumps up out of the well. Well, at the end of that, it's just black poly line that goes down, and on the end of that black poly line is usually a footer, which keeps the water from, once it sucks the water up, it keeps the water from draining back into the well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that way you can prime, like when you replace the pump or something, you can pour a little water into the pump and prime it and just kick it on and everything's good. Um, well, I I think when my landlord took the old pump off and put the new one on, rattling the poly around, it knocked the footer off, or the footer got old and has something stuck in it so that the valve won't close to keep the water from flowing back. So we couldn't prime the pump, so therefore we can't get water to draw up the line.
Oh.
So
Well,
anyway,
you want,
he had a well guy come out today, and the well, like they were using a winch or whatever to pull the line out, and they got it about halfway pulled out, and the line broke in half, and so half the line slid back down into the well. So now we don't know what the guy's like. I'm gonna have to go get a whole bunch of tools and do all this other shit, and
love that.
it could take some time. So, yay me.
Love that.
Yeah. Yep. So I found this out on top of having a shit work day. Literally a shit work day. I worked on toilets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to work on toilets all morning, had lunch, and then got to work in a lift station, which if anybody knows what a lift station is, basically the sewer. It's what filters your water from your sewer and keeps your stuff flowing properly in your sewage. So part of that is a box. There's like sewer lines that go through this big concrete box, which is not supposed to have any water in it, but one of the sewer lines sprung a big ass leak and filled it up with sewage. And for an FYI, it is not a good idea to use baby wipes or dude wipes, quote unquote, and then flush them down the toilet because they do not dissolve. So when you get people like me who are trying to pump water, sewage water, out of a box, all it does is plug up your screen on your pump with dude wipes because they don't dissolve. So yeah, wonderful time. It was a wonderful day. I wanted to throw a grenade in it and call it good. But whatever. They wouldn't let me do that.
Interesting.
Anywhoozy, how's it been living in the old
weird
city? Is it kind of noisy there?
Oh, my God. Well, I was gonna answer that, but apparently I'm not gonna. Ugh. Weird. Case Keenum's gonna wear the number 11.
Things shit in the bed again?
Yeah, they were. There you are. You're back.
Oh, okay.
It's not really been that bad. I don't know. I don't really hear anything ever. Every once in a while, you can hear sirens, and then one of my neighbors has a dog, and every once in a while, I hear it bark. That's about it, though.
Oh.
And I don't know if I'm hearing it bark in their house or if they're like leaving to go on a walk, and I'm just hearing them in the hallway.
Oh.
You know?
Well, yeah. I just didn't know if you had any horror stories yet or not.
No. I got nothing like that. Do I have any stories even? Oh, yeah. So yesterday, you're not here again. Crap. Well, Poozies. Oh, is he here now? Is he back?
I don't know.
Is he back again?
It's weird. It's weird because my PC like
Uh, have you restarted your PC in the last year?
yes, I just restarted it.
Oh, weird.
And it's usually off. So
Oh, I figured you'd been leaving it on. Well, I can't even tell this story. This is why this is the Scuffed As podcast, I guess.
yeah.
It is scuffed. I was just saying that. I just want to tell this story, but I don't know if you're actually going to be able to hear it.
Right. Yeah, because you keep cutting out on me.
Yeah. Yeah, like that. Jesus. Dude. What the hell is happening?
Nope. I do not know. I'm gonna do an internet test, see if it's my internet.
Yeah.
For sure.
No, so I was walking to the store yesterday. And so the Rockies just called up Zach Veen. That's why I'm going to the game tonight, right?
Uh-huh.
So they had to send somebody down. They're sending down Jordan Beck. I'm a little mad at that. I don't know why you send down the other young outfielder when you have multiple, 35-year-olds on the team you could send down instead. Or just, DFA and get off the squad and let the young guys figure out if they're going to be good. Your team's going to suck anyways. Why not just see if somebody doesn't suck,
Right.
But so they sent Jordan Beck down. Yesterday, as I'm walking to the store, I walk by Jordan Beck on the street. I couldn't bring myself to stop and talk to him because, he just got, that's not good news. He's just been demoted. Like, I couldn't bring myself to be like, hey, can I get a picture with you, on the worst day of your life? I couldn't do that, but...
Right.
But he definitely knew I recognized him. Because I was walking, I looked over at him, nodded, looked away, and then went, huh? Like, shit, I know you. It was really funny. At least I think it was funny.
Yeah. Yeah, it's showing I'm getting 100 megabits download and 16 upload. So, in other words, it's doing fine. Of course, now it's working.
Let's see if I can. Let's see if mine's doing anything too crazy. Yeah, you're going to be upset.
Nah, I don't know if I even want to know.
Probably not. Ooh, is it going to get there? No. Ooh, no. I'm getting 1,290 megabits down. And looks like about 330 megabits per second up.
That's bullshit.
It's pretty great. I'm having a good
That's
time.
some bullshit.
It's pretty
Must
great.
be nice to download stuff. Just click it and it's downloaded.
That's been the weird thing. That hasn't really been how it goes with most things, but I also just wonder if that was, I don't know, first few days of setup issues or something.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Did you get that new router that you were trying to get?
It doesn't work, so gonna send it back. But the other one seems to be actually doing fine now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's good.
I'm finally working on my history of the Minnesota Vikings video.
Oh.
I have a feeling this script is going to be longer than the Black Ops 3 one. Like by a lot. So I have just been, dude, all I've done so far is like the two myths surrounding the origin of the team's name. Because there are two different, the Vikings are the only team in NFL history whose name has like myths associated with its origin.
Right.
But yeah, because it, obviously has to start the same way as my Colorado Rockies one did for the Rocktober. There are only so many teams in history. So it's like there are only 12 teams in NFL history to never win a Super Bowl. Only 2 of those 12 have ever lost multiple Super Bowls. And only one of those 2 teams is top 5 in NFL history in winning percentage. Minnesota is truly the land of they don't know how to lose, but they know nothing about winning, and that's incredible to me. They know nothing about losing, but they know equally nothing about winning.
Right. Well, they know everything about winning regularly, but important winning is kind of on the downfall.
Had to tell the whole story of the myth about why the team was named the Vikings. At least why there's such strong ties to that in Minnesota. Because of that stupid rune stone that some guy claimed to have found that is not real at all. The runes are in like 7 different languages from different eras. It's not even kind of real. Or it is the coolest artifact of all time and we're all wrong, which, I mean, is entirely possible. There's no real way to say it's not true other than it doesn't make sense, so it's probably not true,
Well, it doesn't make sense to us.
No, it just purely doesn't make sense unless the argument is like over thousands of years different Scandinavian settlers found it and wrote different runes on it instead of just being done at one time, which is like not the most unlikely, because I was looking into other weird myths like that, because it's all entirely a thing. This is going to sound really bad, but it's entirely a thing of the myths like that were created based on like the types of people living in an area as a way to say like your ancestors were here before you, therefore it's okay for you to live on this land that we stole from somebody else. Like it was an entirely that type of thing. Like, yeah, it's not our land, but apparently our ancestors were here hundreds of years ago, so it's okay. We're meant to be here. And that's why it was Scandinavian there, because there are myths similar to that in Illinois, where they believe that Alexander the Great and Cleopatra are buried in Illinois. Like it is a thing people actively believe, which suddenly makes this weird runestone sound really less far-fetched when that's your comparison.
Right. But maybe it was like a family heirloom that was passed down from generation to generation, and they,
who knows how it
over
got
thousands
there.
and thousands of years, their language has changed, and
who knows how it got there, and who knows if it even got there. The farmer that found it totally could have just painted some shit and said, look what I found. Like, it's one of those we'll never truly know. It's just the odds say it's not real.
Right.
And that's why you call it a myth. Myths and legends.
You're only a conspiracy theorist until, it's proven true.
Or proven wrong.
Or proven wrong.
Something has to happen someday.
But that's the thing about a true conspiracy theorist. Even though there's hardcore evidence to show otherwise, you still believe that the Earth is flat.
True. I made a not as long as I thought it would be video today.
Yeah?
Yeah. I did another Madden video. Win a game, steal a player. So every time my team won in a simulated game, I'd get to just take a player off of the opposing team.
Oh.
But it wasn't just at choice. No. It was all a wheel spin thing. So there were multiple times where I was thinking I was going to get a really good player, and then I just wouldn't.
Wow.
And it was wheel spin to a degree. It was like I'd spin the wheel for like first, second, or third stringer, spin a wheel for offense or defense, and then I'd get to pick from there. So, like, if I got a defensive starter, I got to pick what defensive starter. But
Right.
yeah.
Huh.
I had to stack that team way too much for them to win a Super Bowl. Madden pisses me off, dude.
Yeah, you'll have some team that's like
sense.
a C-rated team that's like competing for the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I hate Madden, dude. It's so ass. It's so ass.
Yeah, I've been doing like a separate dynasty on college football. And I'm just going through and seeing how like wildly overpowered I can make the Wyoming Cowboys just by winning every year and recruiting crazy good athletes and speed and shit like that. And it's weird because every year I don't ever face like Georgia or Alabama or anybody like that in the Super Bowl. It's always some weird low-ranked school that it's like, that's not real. Of course, the Wyoming Cowboys wouldn't be real, but still.
True. You want to pay me?
No.
Okay. Well,
I don't know. What am I paying you for? I don't have any money right now. So.
Well, and you technically wouldn't be paying me. So I am doing a sponsorship deal with HelloFresh on stream. The company that sends like pre-planned meals, not like
I know what it is.
That you have to cook. Because you remember we used to have HelloFresh. It was always really good.
It was it was fine. For me, it was always like I didn't have enough.
Sure.
Like I was always still hungry afterwards, which is sad because that's probably the normal amount that I'm supposed to eat.
Yes, that is a normal amount of food. You're just a psychopath.
And I could eat like 3 or 4 of them, and not
so
even
yeah,
that
I wasn't going to tell you to pay me. Technically, you'd have to pay HelloFresh, which shockingly wasn't that expensive when you use my link. Mostly because you get like 10 free meals if you go my way. That's a lot of free food.
Well, maybe I will try it.
They also do some of the like pre-cooked stuff that you can take for lunch too. Is the other
right? That's my thing that I was thinking about. But like also, in less than a month, my girlfriend will be here and she will be cooking all of the time, and I will have an abundance of food to take with me to work.
She can cook HelloFresh meals.
Well, maybe I don't know.
You know what's better about that? If we're honest,
she thought it.
You know what's better about HelloFresh based on where we live?
Huh?
The fact that it just ships the food to your house and you don't have to go to the fucking store.
True, except my house, in the eyes of the internet, does not exist. So, kind of a pain in the ass.
That's all right. They'll ship it, maybe. Yeah. Or they won't. Either way.
Show up at my folks' place probably because they have the same last name. Ouch.
I think part of that's just the idiots that run everything there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's only one of them there that's like not that bad, and even he makes a lot of mistakes, but I mean, he's like 80 some years old, so.
Well, no, our old bus driver still works there. She just doesn't work there often.
Oh, right, but she doesn't deliver mail.
No. Well, it's not normally the delivery guy who fucks it up. It's the people in the post office who sort it beforehand.
Right.
Sometimes it's still the delivery guy, but normally he's not messing up what goes where. The only mess up he's ever done is literally ruining things. Hey, man, if it doesn't fit in the mailbox, maybe don't force it to. That seems not that hard of a concept.
Right.
It's all right. He paid for it. He was not happy about having to pay for it. What, it was just some hamburger buns. How expensive can it be? $50, dude. I have to special order those from the East Coast. It was not a cheap hamburger bun. He's like, holy fuck. It's like, yeah, dude.
Well, I mean, if you hear hamburger bun and you're thinking like, oh, $7.
Yeah.
And then you hear $50 and you're like, what?
Yeah, it's like, we'll show you the receipt, man.
I
That's
would have shat myself too if I were him. I don't blame him.
no, that's
The
fair.
the guy that's been eating the same like horrible freaking white bread hamburger buns for the last 45 years. You know,
I'm trying to decide if it's going to
finding
be
the
warm enough
cheapest.
for me today to not wear a hoodie. I have been awful at trying to dress for going to these Rockies games so far because I have
Oh yeah.
frozen to death at both of them.
So overdress, and then if you're too hot, you can shed layers.
See, but I don't want to have to carry layers when I go back home.
Well, I wear a backpack.
Right. Well, except they won't let you in with a fucking backpack. It's so stupid. Dude,
I mean,
I
what's the
don't
worst that could be in the
No,
backpack?
okay, it's not about what's the worst. Just even when you take one of those clear like satchel bags, they go
Yeah.
through it anyways. Just let me bring my backpack and fucking go through it.
Right.
Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
This isn't
I
that
mean, and then
if you're already
in
going to
today's
waste the
day and
time to
age,
sort it, like just do it.
I mean, I don't blame them from going through things like that, but this
For
day
sure.
and age, I don't blame them. Yeah, I don't blame them for going through stuff, but also like, why can't you just go through a regular backpack?
Right. Like just it's always
if you're
bugged me
gonna
with
do it.
TwitchCon. You can't bring your backpack. Why? I need my laptop and battery banks and all this shit so I can actively make content while I'm here, you fucking douchebags.
And then you walk in, and 4 seconds in there, there's some dude sitting there with his backpack.
But they wouldn't let me in with mine, and it's like, what?
Yeah.
All right, man. Oh. Damn. That's
Oh,
set.
damn.
That is not the name I saw earlier. Huh.
Yeah, I have to go spend more money next weekend. Hope, man, it might be the weekend after, but
What are you buying?
I gotta go to town and I gotta go to Home Depot. Because I gotta buy a mailbox. I'm gonna try and get a mailbox set up so this place exists, maybe. And then I'm going to buy rollers because I have dressers that are from like the 1930s, and they don't have rollers. They just have like the slide rails, and they're all broken.
Nice.
And of course the girlfriend upset about that. So
Well,
I'm just gonna buy rollers because there's plenty of room to put the nice wide singular flat roller that attaches to the drawers on the bottom, and then just fix that. And then what was the other thing I needed to get? Can't remember. There was something else I needed to get. That's gonna be, oh yeah, I need to get another air conditioner. So yay me. So I have one in our room, and then I'm gonna pick up another one to have in my gaming room because summertime sitting next to a furnace is rough.
yeah, dude.
The furnace being my computer. So
Yeah, that'll happen.
and someday it's probably getting close to time to upgrading the old computer.
Is it?
Probably.
Are you actually having problems in any games?
Not well. I don't know. I tried to run Warzone with it the other day, and it was having problems running that.
Did you let it install shaders? Remember when you launch Warzone, you have to wait an extra 35 minutes for it to install all the shaders, and if you don't, it runs like shit? Did you forget about that?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
Because
I'd have
Warzone
to check,
fucking sucks, and I hate Call of Duty.
right.
We playing Warzone later? No.
I mean, I'd like to, but we are getting everything set up for Easter for the kids because we're going to have a crazy amount of kids this year for Easter as far as hunting eggs and stuff.
Easter?
Because usually...
Oh, in town, because you're fire
Yeah.
department. I was like,
Yep.
why are you setting up for Easter? Easter's going to be at your mom's house, you freak.
Yeah, no, fire department. But we always have it the Saturday before Easter, and then the neighboring town usually always has it at the same time, to the east of us.
Mhm.
And then they're doing it a week early, and we're still doing it the day before Easter. So there's going to be a shit ton of kids that are usually at the neighboring town that come over to do this Easter hunt also. So,
Well,
yeah, there's that. I'm not really looking forward to it because we have to 1,500 eggs or more. We have to put stuff in. So
that's fine.
right, I'm like, can we just like spend a little extra money and get the pre-packed eggs, please? I am not
Well, no, because they want to
feeling.
pack in actual good stuff.
Well, I mean, you can get whatever you want. You select what you want, and most of the time we try to go like peanut free, in case kids have like peanut allergies or something.
Right.
So, yeah.
Nice. Apparently, Activision is excited with the numbers they've seen for players returning and playing Warzone after the launch of Verdansk. Apparently, the update exceeded their expectations.
Huh. Almost like the new stuff they put out was shit. Not that Verdansk was.
It sucks that we have to sit here and look back and go, damn, I miss Verdansk when it sucked so
Right.
goddamn hard.
I was about to say we thought Verdansk sucked, and then they were like, "Oh yeah, we'll ante that up right there. You know, here's some more
Yeah,
shit."
right?
So, but yeah, I played one accidental round when I updated it, and I got third place, I think,
Nice.
in a solo. Yeah, it was kind of rough because it's been so long since I played. I don't have any of my loadouts saved, so I haven't had a chance to go through and recreate, my favorite loadouts or shit. I don't even know what's good,
Yeah.
because you
It's
don't have.
it's weird because I guess, ew. Yeah, no. Sorry, my brain just broke. Because I was thinking, my brain just exploded.
Whoa,
Yeah,
short
no,
circuit.
all of the like original Modern Warfare guns are just gone. So yeah, I have no clue what's even
Right.
mediocre.
Well, I mean, I think um, like some of the original classes are there. Like my favorite sniper, whatever that, I forget what the name of it was. You liked the AX-50, and I liked the
Yeah, they can't give me an AX-50 anymore, homie.
yeah. What
That
was the
is
other
my
fucking
favorite
sniper
video.
that I liked?
I don't remember.
Yeah, whatever.
It was technically bad. You just so was the AX-50. You just like me. You just liked it.
Right. It just I got used to it, and
And
it used to be better than the AX-50 because you could kill somebody with one shot through
see,
a window.
you say that, but I never failed to one-shot people if I just hit them in the head.
Right.
That's why I
But
used to
then,
just say, just
like,
get good at the game and you don't have this
well,
problem. And then
they
you'd get
both
mad at me.
the problem is they were both supposed to be able to,
Yeah.
one shot people in the head no matter you shot them through a wall or whatever.
Yeah.
And the AX-50 had some bug or something like
Dude, no,
that where
it's
it would
like
like
we've talked
crack
about.
them.
Call of Duty just does this thing where guns, and this was official. We saw it. It was like a skill-based matchmaking thing where guns didn't
Right.
operate the same for everybody. That was just
Right.
actively how
You got shot 3 times in the toe and die after you hit him like 12 times in the head and throat and just barely cracked him.
Yeah.
And they expect us to believe that, oh, this was fair. Oh, you outrank him, so he's gonna, which half the time it's, some really good player playing on their younger brother's, PlayStation or something.
Yeah.
like or a bot account or something. I just I don't I hate the idea of catering to people who aren't good at the game.
I don't
This
know. I just want
it's like just I want to have good games, I want to have bad games, whatever. I
right,
don't want to consistently, even if I get, into a lobby that's decent, I'm still going to get my ass kicked because I can't beat anybody because they have somehow more health than me, or my gun does less damage than them, so they have an unfair advantage.
right, yeah,
The skill between the average player, you know, so many average players out there is not that much different, Like, you go up against like a person who has 1 KD and somebody who has 1.22 KD or something like that, and you're going to give him an unfair advantage because he's got a 1 and I got a 1.22. That's bullshit.
right, yeah.
He's not that much different than me.
Okay, these things you're saying. Sorry, I saw leaks for the new iPhone, and I'm looking, and I'm begging them. They don't tell me, but if this fucking button on the side of the phone that opens the camera exists again, I'm gonna have to blow up an Apple. Not a store, like an actual Apple. Just post a TikTok video of it. Just, a little stick of like a little dynamite. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no. Get rid of that fucking button. No, they're not getting rid of it. Oh my God, I'm gonna kill myself.
Well, going to another phone.
I don't know if I want to, but I also don't.
Right.
Yeah. Insane.
I don't know if you could survive without an Apple.
I could.
I don't
I don't
know.
know if I want to, but I could.
Great. See, that's part of survival. Sometimes, I mean, you have to want to survive if you're going to survive.
That's untrue.
You know,
I've made it
no,
I've made it 24 years with no want to.
fair. Fair.
It's it's entirely a I don't really want to, but I'm kind of afraid of the other way, so I just keep it pushing.
Right. Right.
Okay, dude, can we just maybe, I don't know, make the phone slightly thicker at this point or something? Stop making. We want to make the phone way thinner, but then the camera bump has to be an extra 40 feet. Just fucking flat. Just make it thicker if you need to. Add a bigger battery. I don't fucking care. Just stop with this. I don't.
You know what?
There's one of the new renders. It's like half the thickness of this phone, but the camera bump is the same size, but it goes across the whole thing. So it's just this 2-inch fucking bump at the top of the phone. It'll never sit flat. I hate it.
What? You know what they should do? They need to just take the last like 10, 12 generations of Apple, combine them all, and you can go online and you can customize your own Apple, have
That
them
would
custom
be
build it,
awful.
and I don't know.
No, allowing that much customization would like ruin what makes Apple okay. And it's how well the software at least normally works. I know this is a bad year for me to say that when I was just talking about this is the worst software experience I've ever had on a phone. Not important.
Right.
But like,
But make it work.
but like even then, okay, you can't say that because that's the problem with every Android phone is because there's so many, they all suck. It appears Apple just sucks now too, so I don't fucking know, man. I guess I'll
I'm
cry.
just gonna stick with my Android because at least it doesn't have a camera button in the dumb spot.
No, that's fair. You know what else I want?
Leprosy? I don't know.
Yes. No. Um, I want the. My brain is exploding again. Oh, I want them to go back. You know how even Samsung now, it's very squared off and flat. I
Right.
don't know if you've seen any of the new Samsungs, and I don't remember how flat and squared off yours is, but I know like my Fold is very rectangle. It's got pointy ass corners. It kind of hurts my hand.
Mine's
Um,
pretty round.
but like I know Apple, these corners are rounded, but the edge is like flat, and I hate it.
Hmm.
Go back to the iPhone 10 and 10s days when it was like completely rounded. That felt so much better in your hand.
Right.
When I was unloading boxes, I still have my iPhone 10. It actually might be here. So like I don't know if you're gonna even be able to see it, but like the edge
Oh
is
yeah.
entirely round. Like it is the most comfortable phone to hold ever. If it was still safe to use, I would go get the screen fixed and just go back to using this phone. It is this, and then back in the day, the HTC One M9 are like my two favorite phones of all time. It's so good. They're both also incredibly small, at least in comparison to like modern phones, which
Right.
I love. I don't have small hands, but I don't have big hands. I really shouldn't have gone with the extra big phone. It kind of
Right.
sucks.
I don't need a big phone. Like, especially since like it already drives me nuts how big they've gotten and how they feel in my pocket.
Right.
Like I'm working and I have this freaking brick in my pocket.
Yeah.
It's like, can we just go back to downsizing a little bit? Which this phone I purposefully got like not the next step up because it was bigger.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll take the smaller one, thanks. They're literally the same thing except smaller. So
I also
why
hope
not?
I'm pissed at Apple again because I don't know why they do the things that they do. They do this thing where they launch better colors for phones 6 months after the launch of the original phone. It's like, but I already bought a 16. I don't want to again. But now there's finally a good color for it. Well, for the
Right?
16 Pro this time. That
Uh,
obviously there was a good color for the 16. I love the pink phone. That is like the one
right.
redeeming quality. It is funny how many people though always comment on the color of my phone. Is your phone actually pink? It's like, yes.
Why, yes, it is.
Yes, yes, it is. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just, I want the iPhone 17 Pro to also have a product red version again. So I can just look up a project red iPhone real quick, Wonder, and just look at that
Okay.
color and tell me you don't want one.
I'll look it up on the PC, so it's a
Yeah.
lot more colorful.
Yeah. Just
Project Red
iPhone.
iPhone. Damn it. Fat fingers.
Because I have loved all of them, but they always release them in like June when the phone comes out in September. And it's like, I can't bring myself to get one, you know?
Right.
Look at those red colors, man. I don't know if you can even see them yet, but
Right.
they're so good. Also, product red devices. Um, a portion of the money you pay Apple for that phone or that laptop or whatever product red thing you buy goes to a charity for uh, AIDS research. And
Oh.
it's like, do more of this, man. Release these cool products with ties to something that matter. I like that. It's pretty cool, but yeah, no. I don't even think they have one you can actively buy anymore. I wanted to get a product red Apple Watch too. But yeah, no, you can't get a product red phone anymore. It's very sad.
They are very red.
Very. Is it bad that if I get a new phone, if I switch, because there's also a world where I don't get to, since everything looks like it's not gonna. Oh my god, dude. Okay, I'm gonna need you to check Twitter.
Oh God,
dude, look at how fucking thin this phone is gonna be. That's terrifying.
I'm gonna figure out where it's at. There it is.
Ah. But also, I kind of want it. No. But it is literally half the thickness of like my current phone. That's terrifying.
Oh,
yeah, dude.
dude, I would be like worried if I had that in my pocket and I sat down and it just bent.
Right? We're
'Cause it's
getting
so thin.
BendGate 2.0 with Apple. Remember when iPhone 6s were bending like that in people's pockets?
Right.
Oh, good times. God, that is a tiny phone. Is it going to have the camera button? They won't show me.
You're trying to hold on to a sheet of paper all the time.
I'd do it. Oh, it doesn't look like that one will have the camera button, though. I might have to buy the super thin one. I might have to. Oh, God, never mind. It's going to have the camera button. Fuck.
Oh.
Dude, they are going to drive me to buy a Google fucking Pixel, I swear to God. I'm going to end up with a Pixel Fold, I swear to fucking God, dude.
This cracks me up so much.
It's so bad. It's so
just
bad.
The pain in your face to when you have to openly say that is just, I don't know.
Dude, I've
Something about it.
almost swapped back, like, with my mom back to last generation's iPhone. I've almost swapped back. Every time I see her, I think about it. I'm just like, I could do it. I could do it right now. And genuinely, next week, I might. We might just go to the store there in that town close to you, and I will just uninstall everything from my phone. Let them just swap her phone directly over to this one, and then I will spend an infinite amount of time resetting up mine, because it actually isn't that big of a problem for me. But she hates that part. So if we can just get them to swap it directly, call it good.
Right.
Then I might just not switch phones, unless I just decide to switch to the Fold that I already own.
Right.
I gotta wait for one of these companies to not suck. It'll never happen, but
yeah, you might be waiting for a long time.
Yeah, seems like it.
We've kind of hit a lull in the technological advancements in phones right now.
Well, we don't have to have. They just don't seem to care.
Right.
iPhone Pro 20th anniversary model. Wait. I think I'm going to have to wait for that if I'm going to wait. That won't be till the iPhone 19. Oh, that's multiple years away. That's 2027. I'm not waiting until 2027 for a new phone. I don't have that in me. Yeah, but that means it's 3 years with this fucking thing. Can't do it. I'll kill myself. I'll kill myself.
That's funny.
Just make a Fold already.
I'm surprised they haven't really gotten onto that bandwagon.
Because Apple's being Apple about it. They're going to let Samsung and Google and OnePlus figure out how to do it. And then Apple's going to make one and everybody's going to go, man, why couldn't anybody else have done this way? And it's like, because Apple waited, saw what works and what doesn't, and then went, okay, now we make good one. And everybody goes, yeah, but Samsung did it first. It's like, yeah, but Apple did it better. Which is the trick. It's not actually that Apple's more innovative. They just play the long game and win. Because while Samsung's making phones that kind of suck and are struggling with it, at least in the early days of the Fold, the Galaxy Fold now is incredible. But like they struggle with the early days, and then Apple comes in and goes, yes, you see that thing everybody else struggles with? Here's perfection. And then about 4 years later, they fucking destroy it and just make the worst thing ever. Apple's the weirdest company because they're so good at what they do, but they're also so bad at everything they do, and it confuses me.
Well, it's almost like you have thousands of minds that are thinking different thoughts when creating something.
Jesus Christ. That's not going to be a phone. Oh my God. I hope that's inaccurate. A 20.3-inch foldable device? That's not a phone. That's not
that's an iPad.
A 12.9-inch iPad is this fucking big. 20.3? No, don't do that.
I was to say it's just a TV at that point.
Just give me like a regular size folding phone, for the love of God. Though I do have to say, if I end up buying a non-iPhone foldable soon, it won't be Samsung. I hate Samsung's design for them in terms of it's their regular phones also. Like, this phone is like, I don't know how to explain it, but like the shape of Samsung phones now is, if it was as tall as this phone, it would be like a full finger width, like less wide. And I hate that really long aspect ratio. It pisses me off.
Right.
And then for a fold, it also makes the opened version so much worse. Like, the aspect ratio sucks. Google just made a normal Google Pixel that opens into a bigger Google Pixel. That is the correct way.
Right.
So what can you do? I mean, what's to be done?
It is what it is.
What a weird, now we're just talking about phones. I don't know, man. But I think I need to be done so I can get going to the Rockies game. Because first pitch is in 30 minutes, so.
Yeah, I'm going to get ready to go to a meeting, so.
All right. Well, this has been the first episode of the podcast with me in a new place. That feels weird.
Yep.
Don't worry, I will still be in this new place next week when we have a probably slightly more normal conversation. Because maybe his internet won't be exploding, and he'll have had a better previous couple of days. But yeah.
Hopefully.
Without further ado, I think that'll do it for us. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.